Hello everyone, how are you all? Let's crack 9th and 10th CBSE with India's largest learning platform, Unacademy. Crack all the CBSE exams with us. All the top educators are going to teach you the quality content and you are going to have a great learning experience. So, hello my dear scholars, I am G. Vijaya Manorama. As teaching is my passion, I am here. You can find more about me at the rate of Manu Vedam 7472. नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में फीडबैक फॉर्म रहेगा. जितने भी बच्चे अटेंड कर रहे हैं क्लास सारे फिल कर देना. ओके, so here it is a super short introduction about me. Let's crack your 9th and 10th CBSE by using the referral code VMCBSE. 9th and 10th by using the referral code VMCBSE. I have done my B.Ed after finishing my BSc. I have more than 5 years of teaching experience. As I like to inspire students to set their goals and achieve that, I have mentored many students for NTSC and CBSE board examinations. Crack all the CBSE exams with India's largest learning platform. उसके लिए आपको प्लस की सब्सक्रिप्शन लेनी है. अगर आप प्लस की सब्सक्रिप्शन लेंगे तभी आपको अनलिमिटेड लाइव एंड रिकॉर्डेड क्लासेस फ्रॉम ऑल द इंडियाज बेस्ट एजुकेटर्स आप पढ़ सकते हैं. सो उसके लिए आपको सब्सक्रिप्शन लेने से क्या क्या बेनिफिट्स है, वंस आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू. Daily live classes, you can chat with your educators, you can engage in the discussions, you can ask your doubts, you can answer in the polls, all while the class is going on you can do. Next one is structured courses. All the courses were structured in such a manner that it will be very much helpful for your examination syllabus and you can prepare your best. And the third one is live tests and quizzes which will evaluate your preparation with a regular mock tests and quizzes, so that you will get a detailed analysis of your performance. This is a very good benefit because when you will get a detailed analysis of your performance, where you are lagging behind, whatever the mistakes are there, those all things you can just check and then and there itself you can correct yourself. Another very good benefit is unlimited access. With one subscription you can get all the access of all the live and recorded classes. Okay, you can watch from your comfortable device, from your comfortable area. If you have missed, for some reason you have missed your live class, okay, so you can go for recorded one. Okay, only the thing is your internet signal should be very strong. Your internet signal should be very strong so that you can enjoy your studies. So anyhow, you people are going to use my code after listening these all benefits. Definitely you will use my code, I know that. When you use my code VMCBSE, instantly you will get a 10% of gift. Instant gift you will get. After applying my referral code, you will get a 10% of instant reduction gift. Then 1 month course will be of 2,250 rupees. 6 months course will be of 9,000 rupees. 12 months course will be of 13,500 rupees. 24 months course it will be of 22,500 rupees. And 36 months course it will be of 28,800 rupees. So ये वाला जो है ये आपके लिए 9th और 10th की क्लासेस है ना, इसलिए ये आपके लिए बहुत ही अच्छा ऑप्शन है, बेस्ट ऑप्शन है. ओके, स्पीक टू योर पेरेंट्स एंड जस्ट गो फॉर इट. Already live classes, free classes are going on in the form of special classes. Do attend and try to find out whether it is beneficial or not. Whatever I am telling, it is true or not, you can just check yourself. So special classes are just an awesome opportunity to participate. Just join me there and attend all my classes. Live classes with all the top educators. Next step is, these are few of the top educators who are going to teach you in this platform the comprehensive syllabus of mathematics, social science, Hindi, English and science, which is included with physics, chemistry and bio. Okay, we are in touch with the Telegram app also, Quest 10 CBSE. You can go for the Quest 10 CBSE channel and then you will get all the updates. You can type this link in the URL and you will get all the updates. So next step is you have to install the Unacademy learning app. You have to install, then goal for CBSE 9th and 10th. Okay, then take the subscription. When you are taking the subscription, don't forget to apply the code VMCBSE. Okay, very good. Now the quote of the day: luxury and lies have huge maintenance costs, but truth and simplicity are self-maintained without any cost. So be truthful and be simple. Okay. So yesterday we have discussed about distance, displacement, acceleration, speed, velocity, body is at rest, and motion, initial velocity and final velocity, time. These all terms we have discussed yesterday. Like this, so many terms we have discussed. So we got some idea when any body is moving from rest to motion, it needs some external effort, which is only called as forces. Okay, so about this forces and Newton's laws of motion, from today onwards, some around 4-5 days we are going to discuss the theory. Then we will go for the numericals of motion and Newton's laws of motion. So today our topic is forces and Galileo's experiments. Galileo has conducted few experiments. About that also we are going to learn today. Okay, then tomorrow onwards we are going to learn about Newton's laws of motion. So whatever the terms we will learn here, before that we must get the knowledge of these all things. That's why yesterday the discussion is about the derivation of motion, where we have learned about all the formulas and how to derive that, what are those terms, these all things we have learned. So hope you liked the session. Share with your friends, watch the videos, watch all the videos to get more and more knowledge. Okay, ninth class yesterday onwards only I have started, so just go with this. So today our topic is Newton's laws of motion. So before knowing what are Newton's laws of motion, we must know the knowledge of forces, that I am going to discuss now. So what is force? The push or a pull of an object with mass that causes its velocity. What is change its velocity? Change in rate of change of velocity is called as acceleration. Rate of change of velocity is known as acceleration. A equal to v minus u by t. That is only change in velocity. That only we can write it as F equal to mass into acceleration. That acceleration is only change its velocity, rate of change of velocity. That is only this force. Force has magnitude, force has magnitude, force has direction, and force has point of application. Point of application. Okay, force has magnitude, force has direction, force has point of application. So that's why it comes under which quantity? Vector quantity. Which quantity it comes under? Vector quantity. Force is an external agent capable of changing the state of rest or motion of a particular body. It has a magnitude and a direction. So the direction towards which the force is applied is known as direction of the force, and the application of the force is the point where the force is applied. So here if you see, push and pull are the opposite forces. So this is the direction. What is the direction of the force? This direction of the force is towards left side, because the point of application is in this point. In this point everything is directing towards the left side only. That's why it has a magnitude. Some force is applying, suppose we can say 10 Newton force is applying. What is this Newton? That Newton is the SI unit of force. Newton is the SI unit of force, which can be represented by the capital letter N. Okay, so magnitude is 10 newtons. Which direction it is going? If suppose if we see, it is towards the left side, it is going towards a one direction, towards some direction it is going. So it has a direction. What is the point of application? The point where it is applying the force, either in the form of push or in the form of pull. So the direction towards which the force is applied is known as direction of the force, and the application of the force is the point where the force is applied. Okay, this is about the force. So force can be measured by using the spring balance. Force can be measured by using the spring balance. So force comes under measurable quantity also. Force is a measurable quantity. Force is a measurable quantity also. Okay, so force comes under measurable quantity, force comes under vector quantity, anything you can say, because force has magnitude, force has direction, and the force has point of application. Okay, so the SI unit of force is Newton. So this 1 Newton only, 1 Newton equal to 10 to the power of 5 dynes. Okay, it is the CGS units. It is the CGS unit. Okay, 1 Newton equal to 10 to the power of 5 times. It is the CGS unit. So types of forces, if you see, force is of when you are in class 9th, I am going to tell you in a different way. Force is of 4 types: electromagnetic force, gravitational force, contact force, and numerical force. How many types of forces are there? Electromagnetic force, gravitational force, contact force, and nuclear force. Okay, contact force and numerical force. These contact force, if you speak, normal force, frictional force, and tension. These three are there. Normal force, which comes when two bodies are in contact. Normal force comes when two bodies are in contact. This normal force comes. Okay. So about Newton's laws of motion, when we are discussing, we must know completely about force. So what are the effects of force if we want to know? So these are the effects of forces. If we see, a man uses a force to move a stationary lawn mower. So what does it mean? What does it mean? It is moving the stationary object to motion. A object, when it is at rest, it is moving to, when it is at rest, it is moving from, it is gaining a motion. Means a force can move a stationary object or a body. A force can, here I'll write, a force can move a stationary body. Okay, what is the next one? Second one, a footballer uses a force to change the direction of the motion of the ball. A force can change the direction. Change the direction. Okay, here I am taking an example of ball. Ball is only not everywhere now, so it can change the direction. The third one is, a cyclist uses a bigger force to pedal his bicycle and increases its speed. A force can increase the speed. A force can increase the speed. Increase or change the speed. You can say change or increase the speed. Okay, here a baker uses a force on his dough to shape it into a curry puff. Okay, so a force can change the shape and size of the object. Change the shape and size of the object. And the last but not the least, one more force is there, one more effect is there. A force can stop the object. A force can stop the object. If any body is in motion, we can stop that. So here what are the effects of force? A force can move a stationary object, a force can change the direction of the object, a force can change or increase or decrease the speed of any object, a force can stop the object, a force can change the shape and size of the object. These are the 5 aspects of force. So next one is a free body diagram, which we say, which will define the another 2 types of forces. Okay, another 2 types of forces can be defined. So with this we can define the definition of the force. So what is the definition of the force? A push or pull of any object is called as force. Okay, here if we see, a small table I have seen. On this table a book is lying. Okay, a book is lying on this. So how many forces are applying? How many forces are applying? A normal force, a frictional force, an applied force, a normal force, a frictional force, and a gravitational force. So 4 different forces are applying on that when any book is lying on a table, or any body if it is at rest. There are 4 different forces which are applying on that. So first one is normal force, which is always perpendicular, gravitational force, which is always pulling towards the center of the earth, the applied force, if I apply any force, means when it is moving, so some force in one direction it is, and another is the opposite force, which is called as frictional force. Okay, opposite which is there, that is called as frictional force. Okay, so these 4 types of forces are acting. So based on that, if we see the definition of the object, the direction in which a body is pushed or pulled is called as the direction of force. A physical quantity which tends to cause a motion in an object at rest, or tends to change the direction of the motion of a moving object, increases or tends to change the speed of an object. These all things defining about the force. So now if we see here, so there are 2 types of forces. Based on that, if you see, there are 2 types of forces: balanced force and unbalanced force. Balanced force and unbalanced force. Okay, so what is balanced force? Suppose for example you can see tug of war. Tug of war is the example, means equal forces are applying from both the direction. Equal forces are applying in both the directions. So then there is no movement, there is no motion, it will stop there. Okay, so when two forces of equal magnitude act in opposite direction on an object, then the object continues to be in its state of rest or of uniform motion. That is called as balanced force. And the second example, if we speak unbalanced force, if any one child is pulling anything, one child is pulling a box. So here in the opposite direction, frictional force only acts. Frictional force only acts. Unbalanced force. When two forces of unequal magnitude act in opposite direction on a simultaneously body, it is not in a straight line as it lie. Okay, such forces acting on an object is called as, which is moving in a direction of large force, which is moving in a one direction with a large force. Okay, with a large force, then that type of force is called as unbalanced force. Okay, one man is pulling only. So here equal magnitude, here not equal magnitude. That's why large force is applying for one direction. So here the stretching force, what is this? The force in the stretched material is called as tension. What is it called as? The force in the stretched, the force in the stretched material is called as tension. Okay, previously I said no types of forces, tension, so that is only the force in the stretched material is called as tension. Okay, so this is only called as free body diagram, where any object, if it is lying on an inclined plane also, you can just see on an inclined plane also it acts like that only. Okay, 90 degrees angle it forms perpendicular to the object. Okay, if it is on an inclined plane also. Okay, free body diagram, the normal force which is acting, applied force which is acting, gravitational force which is acting, and frictional force which is acting in the opposite direction. So 4 different types of forces are acting on any object. Okay, so Galileo has conducted few experiments on inclined plane. Okay, so about that we are going to discuss now. Galileo laid the foundation for the modern physics and astronomy. Modern physics and astronomy, he has laid the foundation for this. So he has published so many books. Among that, actually he went in 1583. In 1583 he went to the university to study about medicine, but he has lot of interest in physics and physics principles, physics experiments and all. Then he has worked a lot on motion and on motion of the object, what is creating, what is applied on this, these all things he has worked a lot. And he has worked how the object is moving in an inclined plane, what are the extra efforts are needed, what are the effects of force, these all things he has worked. And he has published a few books where he explained about the hydrostatics. Okay, so that book name is, which describes about the hydrostatic principles of weighing small quantities, that is called as the little balance. The Little Balance is the book which was published, which define about the hydrostatics, hydrostatic principles of weighing small quantities. Okay, hydrostatic principles of weighing small quantities. The Little Balance is the book which was published. And then finally he has worked on more and more about the motion, and then he has written another book. He has conducted experiments on falling object and gaining the motion, and then he has wrote books called as On Motion. That book name is called as On Motion, which was published, and it is about the falling bodies and motion. Okay, so he verified what he said, there should not be any force of friction which is opposing the motion. So to verify that, he has conducted few experiments on inclined plane. So he considered inclined planes for his study. So he rolled a body, or he rolled a ball on an inclined plane for the study of the cause of motion. What are these? For a study of cause of motion. For a study of cause of motion. So the one ball, he has taken and he has rolled on a inclined plane. So this is the first one. Let me change the color of the pen. So it is the first one. What he did, he has taken an inclined plane and he started rolling the ball. So what happened here? Velocity increases or not? Velocity increases. इसका स्पीड बढ़ेगा ना when it is on a slope. If a ball is rolled on an inclined plane, उन्होंने क्या किया, एक inclined plane में which is like a slope, एक बॉल लिया और उसको रोल किया. जब it is going down, so velocity increases. The same ball when it is moving up, inclined up, then the velocity क्या होगा यहाँ पे? Decreased. Velocity was decreased. Velocity increases when it was rolled down. Velocity increases when it was rolled up. Okay. So next one, when slope is downwards, speed increases. When the slope is downwards, the speed increases. When the slope is upwards, velocity decreases. This is the first thing. Then second one, what he did first he has taken a like this surface he has taken. Okay, then what he did, initial height is equal to, always this initial height is equal to final height. Okay, when any ball is rolled, that is only the his funda to do. So what he has taken, with a steep angle a ball will roll a small distance to attain the original height. With a steep angle, a ball will roll a small distance to attain the original height. Okay, first thing he did like this, if the ball rolls between the two planes inclined equally, it will attain the same height on both the sides. Okay, then what he did, उसको और थोड़ा नीचे कर दिया. Okay, ये पहले ऐसा लिया गया, ऐसे जब उसने लिया तो he found that it is attaining like this. So then he has, उसने उसको और थोड़ा सा नीचे कर दिया. When it was down, ball rolls between the two planes inclined equally, यहाँ से equally हो गया. So when it was little down, उसका जो slope है थोड़ा सा नीचे कर दिया. तो if the inclination of the plane is gradually decreased, okay, this inclination is decreased. तो ऐसे डिक्रीज किया, डिक्रीज करने से क्या हुआ, देन द बॉल रोल्स ओवर द लार्जर डिस्टेंस, ओवर अ लार्जर डिस्टेंस in order to reach the same height. In order to reach the same height, this initial height is equal to initial height is equal to final height बनाने के लिए it has traveled a larger distance. Okay, so that is the second one. So third one, where if the inclined plane is horizontal, उसको पूरा नीचे like horizontal plane इसने बना दिया, then the ball continues to move indefinitely. Ball continues to move, continuously move indefinitely. Indefinitely the ball started moving, because however the ball comes to rest due to friction. If friction is there, then only however the ball comes to rest due to friction. If friction is not there, if friction is there, then only it will stop. Friction, then only it will stop. Otherwise it will continue. Otherwise it will continue like this. Ball will continue because it is totally like a horizontal plane. Okay, continuously it will move. And this is the third one. And one more thing, if the inclined plane is horizontal, then the ball continues to move indefinitely. However, the ball comes to rest due to the friction only. roll forever if friction is absent. If friction is not there, it will just continuously rolling. Okay, so उसके बाद then the fourth one, what is the fourth one? When the inclined plane is rough. When the inclined plane is rough. When the inclined plane is rough, then the ball will cover less distance. Ball cover less distance. Okay? अगर ये जो इंक्लाइंड प्लेन है, ये इंक्लाइंड प्लेन रफ रहेगा तो बॉल विल कवर लेस डिस्टेंस. क्यों? क्योंकि जो फ्रिक्शन होता है जो ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में, उसके ऊपर वो अफेक्ट करता है. द फ्रिक्शन विल अफेक्ट ऑन दैट सो दैट इट विल नॉट ट्रैवल मच डिस्टेंस. इफ फ्रिक्शन इज एब्सेंट वो कंटिन्यूसली जाता रहता है. सो फ्रिक्शन इज नॉट एब्सेंट, इसलिए वो क्या होता है, इट विल कवर अ वेरी लेस डिस्टेंस. सो इन द एक्चुअल प्रैक्टिस the ball stops after traveling to some distance. It will never attain the same height on the inclined plane on the right hand side due to the natural phenomena. Okay, the effect of force of friction can be minimized by using the lubricants. By using the lubricants, the effect of friction can be minimized. Okay, so the cycle does not stop at once. आप लोग क्या करते हैं, अगर कोई डाउन रोड हो तो आप साइकिल को पेडल करो और बिना पेडल किए ही छोड़ दो. After some distance, what it will do? When the road is totally horizontal, वहाँ तक वो जो डाउन एरिया है वहाँ पे तो साइकिल अपने आप चला जाएगा. उसके बाद जब वो खाली रोड पे आ जाएगा, जो हॉरिजॉन्टल प्लेन में आ जाएगा, वहाँ पे आके क्या होता है, आप बिना पेडल किए बिना ब्रेक डाले अपने आप वो रुक जाएगा. क्यों? क्योंकि जो फ्रिक्शन है वहाँ पे द ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में when the two surfaces are in contact, ये टायर का सरफेस और रोड का सरफेस दोनों कांटेक्ट में है. सो जो रफ सरफेस है उसमें क्या होता है, फ्रिक्शन अप्लाई होता है. सो दैट फ्रिक्शन इज इन ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन एंड इट विल स्टॉप ऑफ इट्स ओन. Okay, so these about discussions we can conclude that the absence of that in the absence of friction an object does not require force to keep in moving. Okay, an object if once in motion moves with uniform velocity if no forces acts on that. If no forces acts on that, then only. Okay, absence of, एक बार इसका बता देते हैं. The absence of friction of force, an object in motion does not require force to keep it moving. An object if once in motion moves with uniform velocity if no force acts on it. Okay, so this idea of Galileo on force and motion helped Newton to find out about laws of motion. Okay, so these Newton, whatever the theories found based on this inclined plane, based on about force, based on about friction, Galileo's experiments helped Newton a lot to find out about laws of motion. So Newton to state three fundamental laws that govern the motion of the object. So these one very important question it was given. So what is the Newton, what are the laws governed by Newton? Means that govern word, when it was given people were confused that what are the things we have to write. When this Galileo's experiments, जितने भी Galileo ने experiments किया, सारे experiments का conclusion न्यूटन को बहुत ही यूजफुल हुआ ये तीनों लॉस देने के लिए. Okay, in the world if you see whatever the activities we do, everything is based on all these three. Okay, most of the things laws were given by Newton which were applied in each and every ways of life. Okay, so like that only three laws were there. Tomorrow we are going to discuss this Newton's first law. So what are the three laws it were given which defines about the Newton's laws, that I am going to tell you and I'll stop. Newton has given three laws. In the first law, he told about inertia and force. In the second law, he told about force and momentum. Okay, in the third law he told about action force and reaction force. इन तीनों के बारे में न्यूटन हैज गिवन 3 laws which defines the first law defines about the inertia and force, second law defines about the force and momentum, third law defines about the action force and रिएक्शन फोर्स. इन सब के बारे में अभी आने वाले दिनों में हम लोग पढ़ेंगे. कल हमारा टॉपिक रहेगा इनर्शिया एंड फोर्स के बारे में, न्यूटन्स फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ मोशन के बारे में, इसके बारे में पूरा बहुत अच्छी तरह से पढ़ेंगे. व्हाट इज फर्स्ट लॉ, एक बार ये पोस्टर मैंने रखा है ना, इसलिए बता के क्लोज कर देती हूँ. न्यूटन्स फर्स्ट लॉ ही डिफाइंस इफ एनी ऑब्जेक्ट इज एट रेस्ट इट विल रिमेन एट रेस्ट. If any object is at motion, it will continue with constant speed and direction with that same motion until and unless any external force is applied on that. Until and unless acted on any unbalanced force which is acting on that. Okay. So about this he has explained so many definitions, so many examples, so many types of. This is also called as law of inertia. These all things we will discuss in the further class. आपको पसंद आया होगा क्लास. सो एक छोटा सा आंसर लिखो, वन स्मॉल आंसर. यू जस्ट टेल मी व्हाट इज इजी इन द फोर्स. फोर्स अ पुश और पुल ऑफ एन ऑब्जेक्ट इज कॉल्ड एज फोर्स. नो, इन द फोर्स व्हाट इज इजी. रीजन भी बताओ. व्हाट इज इजी, रीजन भी बताओ. इट इज ए पुशिंग और बी पुलिंग. कौन सा एक्टिविटी इजी है बता दो, पुशिंग या पुलिंग. लिख दो कमेंट सेक्शन में. ओके. So about this in more detail, all the laws of motion we will discuss in the tomorrow's class. All of you like the session, share with your friends. We are going to discuss all the physics topics in a very easy manner. आपको जहाँ भी नहीं समझ में आया एक बार चैट में लिख दो. आई विल सी एंड आई विल ट्राई टू आंसर इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास. ओके. अभी आपको क्या करना है, अनअकैडमी ऐप आपको इंस्टॉल करना है. इंस्टॉल करने के बाद गोल करो 9th and 10th का, और सब्सक्रिप्शन लेना है आपको. VM CBSE यूज़ करके सब्सक्रिप्शन ले लो. ओके. यहाँ जो है, यहाँ बहुत सारे प्लान्स है. 1 month, 6 months, 12 months, 24 months और 36 months. अभी आप 9th क्लास में हो तो ये वाला ऑप्शन बहुत ही अच्छा है 9th क्लास के लिए. 10th के लिए ये वाला बेस्ट ऑप्शन है और ये वाला बेस्ट ऑप्शन है. ओके. आप यहाँ जाओ, बहुत कम पैसे में आपकी पढ़ाई बहुत अच्छी तरह से हो जाएगी. मेरा कोड यूज़ करने के बाद आपका 10% का एक छोटा सा प्यारा सा मैं गिफ्ट दूंगी आपको रिडक्शन का. ओके. मेरा कोड आप लोग मत भूलिए, याद रखो, VM CBSE. use my code for taking the subscription VM CBSE and let's get started for your studies. Okay, take the VM CBSE subscription. Hope you enjoy the 9th class physics. अगर आपको पसंद आया तो अपने सारे फ्रेंड्स से शेयर करो. अगर और कोई भी डाउट्स हो तो चैट में लिखो. आई विल सी एंड आई विल ट्राई टू क्लैरिफाई योर डाउट्स. ओके. आपको ज़रूर पसंद आएगा. आपको जैसे चाहिए वैसे ही मैं प्लान करूँगी, तो आपको ज़रूर आपको सक्सेस मिलेगा. आपके सारे कंसेप्ट्स बहुत अच्छी तरह से आपके यू विल बिकम सक्सेसफुल बाय क्लियरिंग ऑल द कॉन्सेप्ट्स. बाय क्लियरिंग all the concepts easily. Thank you one and all. Bye bye. Good night.